I wonder, too, if it's just the chocolate or if it's the combination of the chocolate with the berry that killed him. Probably just the chocolate. I think probably in general. This is going to be a confrontation. Gosh, confrontations are so draining. Seriously, like, I'm all like, you know, nervous and anxious I'm going to do something. Especially that confrontation with Peru last time. Gee, many Christmas. He's going to ask me about Waldo, isn't he? Hi.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Peru's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Ah, humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Peru is clearly a dangerous man.
Okay. Mr. Mortimer, why are you jumping around on me? Do I need to do a different angle so you don't freak out? I guess I can't at this point. Won't let me rotate. Sorry. He's really anxious right now. Like, he has to use the bathroom, but he's got this conversation started with me. It's a big problem. Let me figure out. So he's immune to science. So I don't want to use science. There is politics. And there's psychology. I mean, I guess we'll find out if there's an immunity.
Tell me, my lord, can you think of any reason why he would be so terrified of you?
Terrified? Come now, that's a bit harsh. I think he was simply unable to put things into perspective. I see no reason to fear me. Ask President Washington. I don't believe I'm such a difficult friend.
Having spoken to him, I can assure you that he feared you even more than death itself. Had he disappointed you in any way recently?
Of course, he was on the edge. He was desperate, and it grew noticeable in his work. Our collaboration was probably coming to an end, but I certainly didn't feel the need to threaten him, ever.
But without you, no more support, no more money. It was an end to his social status. If you lost, he lost everything, didn't he?
No, not his life.
Thanks to me, I guess. On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
What is at stake is worth it, my lord. Now, I won't hide from you the fact that I have no idea by what miracle we could ever get a unanimous vote.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
He's like, I can't thank you enough for what you did to save Mr. Peru's life. If only you had been able to do the same for my bird. Xexor, why you kill the bird? Like, the bird do nothing except cheep at you, and now you like kill him. I didn't kill him just now, I killed him before. Well, that's still bad. Why you kill him before? He just literally is a bird. Well, I didn't mean to kill him. I mean, you too, huh, Squeaky? Alright. But I just say, like, not very nice to kill the poor bird. The bird don't do nothing. Everybody else with intrigue and bad intention. The bird just like try to fly and maybe cheep a little bit to say hello to everybody. Alright, calm down. Where's... I mean, I know the stairs are there. No, it's just the blue light coming through the windows. I was wondering if maybe there was another one of these blue dots, but it looks like just this. The two papers on the desk I already read. Mortimer, although I've already spoken with him. And then this. I guess we're just going. I can't imagine. I think every time after a conversation, if I've tried to talk to a character right afterward, they just say, thank you again, or I appreciate the conversation, or something like that. They don't really engage again. So, immune to conviction. Okay, well, worst case, if there's ever a doubt with that, like if you're like, I'm not totally sure, I could always use the Devil's Thorn, right, and detect vulnerabilities, and that's right. Hey, what do you mean second degree bird slaughter? I saw the bird and I was like, let's feed it some chocolate. And the bird died. What do you want from me? I achieved my goal. We've already been over this, right? Like, I've been in every other room except for this one. But otherwise, I've been in every single room. We went over that last time when I went out on the balcony and talked to Peru and then came in. And I'd also had a conversation with, was it Washington? I don't remember. Whoever else was up here. No, it wasn't Washington. It was Vilna was looking to get into Godoy's place. Yeah. Yes, I think we've done... Oh, yeah. But I probably want to remind myself what mine is. Mine's here, right? Yeah. So just the opposite. So keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Running. Just running. Running. This is Washington. Yep. And I'm 2 over? I think the next one is Hill. Oh, the next one was maybe Emily's, but I guess not. No, this is me.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
You rang, sir?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge your sister. I must act quickly. You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
Should be a confrontation. God dang it again. Well, he's talking about coming to the island. Because she did tell him not to come to the island, right? Is she right next door? No, that's Godoy. Where's Emily's room? Where the crap is Emily's room? I don't remember where Emily's room is now. Is this hers next door and I've just not been in it yet? That must be, I guess, right? Because that's the old room, empty room where Sarah used to say, yeah, so it's got to be just to the right here. All right. No, that's Piaggi. What? Where is Emily's room? I swear I've seen it before. Delice. It's my room. This is saying it's Piaggi's. Washington. Adams is Elizabeth, not Emily. Von Vilna. Towers where Sarah was staying. That's Peru. That's Bonaparte. Oh, she's probably here. So around the corner and to the right. Oh, if I turn right. So here is Emily's, right? Yeah. Can't hear anything.
I
Not
do
really.
believe that's Emily's voice.
I don't know. Are we gonna get caught with this though? Okay.
I can't understand what she's saying.
I mean, this, if I could crack it open, I could hear the conversation better. But if not, then, but if she notices, then she's going to be aggressive, right? Like irritated with me, probably. Whereas if I do this, they might have it, they'll probably shut up and not have their conversation anymore. I mean, I do have subterfuge, right? At level 2. So it's not saying it's like a subterfuge skill, but presumably I'm reasonably quiet. Oh no, that's noticing though. No, discreetly, like steal items. Yeah, and pick locks. And then this, it's not level 2 though, but agility could also be. I think if there's any trust, if she sees this, I lose the trust. I think we're going to do this. Oh, right. Through, like, the back. Good point. Let's see. She's here. If I can get in through Bonaparte's or Peru's, I can go across maybe and get over there. So to the right. Yeah. Let's see if there's in here. Bonaparte's like,
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Pick the lock only costs 2. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that.
It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim in all this. What are you on about now? I should never have told you what happened to me. That's how it works, and you know it full well. I'm not that naive. I know you inside out. Stop. We'll end up losing everything if you keep on.
So she's already shot somebody? Okay. don't. At this point, I was gonna try to listen to the conversation. Now that they've stopped, maybe I go back because I don't. But then if I go back, does that mean she'll get shot? Oh, I can't. I can't go back anyway. Okay, I guess we're going this way then. Okay.
What on earth is... You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope, right? I gave you my life. That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me. I ask for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You pretty little bitch. How dare you? Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope. I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way! I am not Emma! Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis. I'm fed up with this little game. Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
I mean, I don't know that this matters, right? Because... It might, because I might see something in the eyes. Crud. I can't shoot her. She's my sister. You do it. Does not sound like something Emily would say, though. I don't think Emily would want me to shoot her sister. Well, I mean, I could see maybe Emma being willing to shoot her. So, Emma was working with Sarah. If Emma feels that Sarah's threatened by Emily, and Emma is committed to the mission, and still allies with Sarah, Emma might want Emily dead. If she feels it's necessary. In which case, then Emma would maybe push it off on Louis. So if Louis kills her, then he's the one who's responsible for the death. I mean, obviously we're not going to kill him, I don't think, but I mean, not intentionally unless they draw on us or something. But so if Louis were to shoot her, whichever one she is, then this one would have somebody to blame for the death. She wouldn't be guilty, and then she could continue her plans with Sarah. That said, if it were, let's just say it could be, if Emily is the one who gave me the gun, if I shot Emma, then Emily could use Emma's death to blame Sarah and so have an excuse to kill Sarah as well. Still, though, by giving up her gun, how would that play out? So Louis shoots, let's say it's Emma. Louis shoots Emma. Then Emma's dropped the pistol while Louis is like looking over his mom or something. Emily grabs the pistol, shoots Louis first so he can't resist, then shoots Sarah, then blames the stuff on Louis. That could be. She doesn't, I mean, she slept with him, but I think it was a manipulation thing. I'm pretty sure, right? Because that night she's trying to get people to go over to Holmes' side. So if she did that, that would eliminate everybody. Witnesses as well, right? She'd eliminate her sister. Whatever the motive for that might be, I don't know. But she might then eliminate her sister, and then eliminate the witness, and then eliminate her rival or enemy. They did say that they basically became one person. Yeah. If that's Emma that gave him the pistol, it's so that she can protect Sarah. Now the question is, if I ask one, will that distract? So if I asked, presumably Emma, if I asked Emma, if she's the one next to me, if I ask Emma, will that distract Emily enough that Emily will be looking at Emma, and so then there's the potential of getting her pistol. What did you give me? She might know that she doesn't have that. But anybody who does research, like real research, like meaning they have connections, they could find information out, they could know this. Who was with us? And what happened to me? That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking and see like the vulnerability. I know Emily is weak to psychology, and she's strong or immune to logic. So either of those, even if logic slightly fatigues me, I lose a potential action point. Still, that could reveal. Yeah, exactly.
On the wharf, something happened to me. What happened exactly?
You felt unwell. You had a nosebleed, and I offered you my handkerchief. I told her all that already. It was me who told you.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Yeah, I know. That's questioning. I don't know about questioning. I know psychology and I know science. So... This seems ridiculous. Like, everybody knows Mortimer came late, I think. I don't think this is right. I mean, this would be Washington. Who stayed with whom? See who it pops up for in the journal. What do you mean? Oh, here? Emma, don't know. Emily. So these are the two I know. Yeah. I do have another Devil's Thorn. Immune to questioning. So don't ask that one. Good. Because I didn't think... Okay, so...
When we arrived at the manor, someone was already present in the Great Hall. Who was it?
George Washington, President of the United States, Louis. Of course you are able to reply. I'm the one who told you.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
What did I take from you now? Okay. Did we see each other? Did we speak? They're yes/no questions? Really? It's not very smart. Questioning. I would say something like, what did we talk about? And then if she says whatever. Oh, it's a good point. Up's journal. No. No, it's too smart to do that.
Do you remember if we saw each other that night or not?
No, not after going up to bed. That doesn't prove a thing. I was the one who told you that. Don't think you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In the secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
We found ourselves in Mortimer's secret gallery. What relics did we find?
Property deeds in Mortimer's name dating from very long ago.
Is that all?
You mean all those mythological charms? So there was the so-called Pandora's box that wasn't a box actually. The famous golden fleece that reeked of dead goat. A broken sword that could have belonged to anyone. Is that enough?
Yes, that's enough.
You look captivated. Of course, he bought it. That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us. Last night, when you came to my room, what exactly did you expect from me?
Exactly what happened. I was hoping you would share your bed with me. What?
Which I did.
And it was delicious, sir. What do you mean? It was delicious. You little slut. What did you do? Believe it or not, Louis, out of fear of her jealousy, I didn't tell Emma that we spent last night together. I hate you!
That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
She's not surprised. She is surprised. I can't. It won't let me bring it up. It's smart. It's a smart game. It won't let me open it. I should have opened it during the dialogue, dang it. But I didn't. I mean, I guess technically that would have been, like, sort of cheating. So I guess it's good that I didn't. What do you mean it was delicious? Her response. Yeah. She said it was delicious, and she was upset by saying it was delicious. She also seemed surprised, like, what? How, you did what? So I think this is Emily, because she knew about that. She seemed surprised, and she seemed a little insulted or disgusted when she said it was delicious. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You are Emily Hillsborrow.
I knew you wouldn't get it wrong, Louis. No! You little bitch! Watch out, Louis! No!
Hell, what have I done?
See what you've done. See.
Louis? What on earth is going...
Mother!
Go. You must leave. Everyone's going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess? Is everything all right?
Go! Go, Mother! No one must find you here.
Go.
Come, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But I...
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I'm coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her, please. Go, I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Is it the one in front? But she... That's why she was upset. Because the real Emily started liking you. Oh no. Vulner's dead. Seriously? I mean, who do you think that is? That's Volner. Volner is dead. So is it if you kill or if Peru kills himself, Volner survives? If you save Peru, Volner dies? I don't know if I want to go through his room now. Maybe I'll go through Bonaparte's room. Jeez. Maybe. Can I? Geez, really? Gosh.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer? Can anyone hear anything through the door?
The question is, do they see me right now? Will they notice me, like, randomly walking away? I think I was too far away. Plus, I came out of Bonaparte's room. None of them were Bonaparte, so... I know, but I don't... I'm worried if he killed... If he killed Volner, I don't know if I want to confront him right now. I might be at risk of getting killed myself. That seems like very risky. I feel like I don't want to do that. I mean, I want to. I'm curious. But I feel like I don't want to because I don't want to potentially get killed. And then the garden is... this... No. I have to go around through the library in there, but that's okay. Should I go back to Peru's room? Let's go back. Let's go to Peru's room. I could probably get back in through Bonaparte's front door, right? Go through again, and then go to Peru's room, and let's see. That's assuming I can get in, but let's go see. I'm too curious. I'm like, it's a risk that you might get killed or something, but I'm too curious now. That's what I don't want to have happen.
I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Wait, what? So I can't meet my mother? Oh, no, I think I can. Okay, hang on. So this is Bonaparte's, right? Oh, I can't get in there now. Can I get in? Can't get in Peru's either. I can't. I can't. I guess I just have to go meet my mother. Seriously. It's like really bad. Dang, I missed the chance, I think. It is possible, I don't know obviously because I didn't check. It is possible you might not be able to go into Peru's. It may be a thing where it's all locked on the outside, so you might not actually be able to go there. Wait, were these papers scattered on the floor here before? I guess they must have been, huh? For some reason that doesn't seem familiar, but I guess they had to be. Okay. So now I'm gonna go out here. Like, I'm doing all this running, I'm not apparently checking it all to see if there's anybody who will see me coming out here. Whoops, what am I doing? No. I'll do the easy way. Go around this way. It's a nice straight path to... Or not straight, but I mean like a definite path to get there. Master, I was out on a stroll last night. I saw you wandering around in the maze. What were you doing? Oh, nothing. Just having a look at the gardens. Did you not hear the instruction to go back to your room? Oh, I did. But I decided I was in the mood for strolling in the garden instead. That's not suspicious at all, Master. Well, I've had two now. Either Emma or Emily, whichever it was.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Well, it wouldn't be Volner anymore, because he's dead, but I don't know if she knows that, right? Also, she had previously been telling me to foil Mortimer's plan. Godoy was opposed to Mortimer's plan. So... But Volner was against her. Yeah, but Volner was her enemy too. Does that mean he was opposed to her? I don't know. I feel like it could have been Mortimer. I don't think it's Holm though. It could be, but I mean, I realize he and Mortimer together are running the show, like you're saying, but that is true.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Holm does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Holm had sent Volner to get it for him.
Holm and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis. Not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
I came across his family tree in his study.
An only son.
Since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis. The fall of St. John of Acre.
Well, those property deeds across the world. all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? Yes, I did. Why?
Too bad. We'll deal with it later.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
I went beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
We just discussed this, so...
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way, you found me, you have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him!
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic. He was flamboyant.
I don't think von Borchard, right? But if these two are both possessed by demons, then... But it could be Holm. And then Holm, you know, got old before he got possessed by a demon, maybe. Well, I mean, the whole game is that, though, really, right? The idea that they could come to some secret council and that Mortimer could divvy out, like, make arrangements to get Spain to cede Louisiana to France, and then France would sell it to the U.S. Like, he would have that kind of power. I mean, the whole game is on that premise, right? So I don't have a problem with that, because that's kind of the premise from the beginning of the game. Also, there are plenty of other games that do that too. The whole World of Darkness setting, right? Vampire the Masquerade Redemption and Bloodlines, and now coming up Swan Song, right? They're all dealing with the whole idea of the Camarilla and the masquerade, but these vampires are all in positions of power across the world, and that humans were kind of their servants and stuff. I mean, that's not, it's not common, but it's not like a rarity in games either to have that kind of a scenario. So it doesn't bother me. I don't really go for that per se myself. Well, I mean, within reason. I do think there are people in positions of power, like, you know, like maybe in government and stuff like that, right? And I do think the people in positions of power sometimes abuse their power and use their power to try to get away with stuff, crimes, or potentially to manipulate other people. I want this, you'll do X, or I will reveal this Y thing you did. I mean, there's that kind of stuff going on too. I don't know about like one person pulling all the strings in the world. That seems a little, or even a small council of like 10 people or something. I don't know if I believe that or not. I think I've said this before. I'm a conspiracy theorist only in this way. I believe there are conspiracies, there are people, whether groups or individuals, whatever, there are people who are conspiring to do bad things in the world. People who are in certain levels of power, varying degrees of power depending, who will potentially abuse their power to gain advantage in this world. I do believe that. I mean, that's human nature. A lot of humans give in to greed, right? And a lot of humans attain some level of power and then really give in to greed. The whole Me Too movement is a great example of that. Hollywood for decades was just, and still maybe is, right, was just plagued, infested by all these people in power who would use that power, abuse it to, you know, basically commit, like to molest children and to, you know, effectively rape women and stuff. So, and some men, Terry Crews and I think Dean Cain, I think both have said, was Dean Cain or Kevin Sorbo, one of the two, said that they had been approached by somebody like in the fashion industry, one of the higher ups in the fashion industry or whatever, like a designer or whatever, who had propositioned him and stuff. So that crap. And that is a conspiracy because they're conspiring. They take the power and they plan out how they're going to lure people into a trap and then get advantage from them, right? So I believe in conspiracy that way. But I've never been so interested in that kind of stuff that I've ever tried to, you know, like Alex Jones, turn the freaking frogs gay. And, you know, I don't do all that crap. I don't go that far, okay? I just believe that there are evil people, some of whom are in power, some who are not. When they get a hold of power, if they're evil, they'll try to use that to take advantage of others. And that's a conspiracy, but several small conspiracies. So I believe in it in that way. But I don't know about like a big conglomerate of all the, like a one world order thing and stuff. I don't know. There are a lot of people who are like-minded in different positions of government around the world, and you see a little bit of kind of trying to bring stuff together, like European Union and stuff, but I don't know about like a worldwide way. I don't know, because like China doesn't seem to be interested in that at all, for example, and you'd think China with its power now would be one of the key players if that were true, right? But China doesn't seem to be interested in that way at all. China seems to be interested in actually doing a land grab, taking Hong Kong back, taking islands back, right? Potentially like taking things in South China Sea back, and then potentially like spreading a virus to weaken their enemies so they could be stronger as a nation, right? They don't seem to be like take over the whole world so much as just grow their territory like traditional nations would or whatever. So anyway, right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Right, exactly, and I don't buy that. Actually, I think we talked about this before. I actually know several millionaires, and I mean several, as in multiples, like 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not saying I'm like super close buddy with them, but they are friends. I mean, we every few months, 3-4 months or whatever, we'll chat on the phone and see how each other are doing and stuff. Okay, so I have several friends who are millionaires or multimillionaires, who are good people. Now, I also know some people, I won't call them friends, they're acquaintances, right? Because I don't like abusing your authority and stuff. But I have several people I know who are multimillionaires, who do abuse their authority, who are kind of scum. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just like anything. So there are poor people I know who are excessively racist. There are poor people I know who are excessively giving and accepting of all people. So you get that in all classes. I don't buy the whole all of the evil is concentrated here or some crap like that. I don't believe that. I believe everybody decides whether they're going to do evil or good, and then the people who are all evil kind of tend to flock together to agree with each other and potentially do bad stuff together. People who are good gather together and to agree with each other and do good stuff together, right? So anyway, exactly. It is a vehicle to let you do more of the stuff you already enjoy doing. That's right. Or already want to do. That's correct. I believe that's exactly right. Okay, so anyway, so back to this. Sorry. Mortimer I would not call Mortimer young, charismatic, and flamboyant. Because if he's been alive all these centuries, I assume it's like he's at this age and just stays at this age throughout. Or that it's a slow aging over the centuries, but even still, that would have been from Acre, like the 12th century, through to like the 19th century, 700 years. If he was a young man when he got possessed in Acre, 700 years would put it to now. If it took him 700 years to age from, let's say, like 20 to like 65, that's 45 years. That's like 5 years a century, or like 6.5, something like that, years a century. There's no way she met him, unless she was the same, also possessed with a demon. Otherwise, there's no way he was young and charismatic when she met him. Unless he can modify his appearance. We don't have any evidence to that. So I would say not Mortimer, probably. Holm, like I said, is a possibility if Holm had been young when she first met him, aged however long, and then later became possessed. Then Holm could fit. Von Borchert, I don't think, is right, because she thought Von Borchert was delivering it to Mortimer. Actually, it might be Von Borchert. Holm does not seem charismatic to me. If anything, Holm seems very grating. Yeah, I don't... She's gonna call me an idiot. Wait, but Von Borchert, wasn't it? She discovered that later, right? So if she met him when she was young, wouldn't she have had her eye on him? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, Mortimer makes sense except for the details of the centuries. I don't think he would have been young when she met him. That's the thing that I don't know, but I feel like unless he altered his appearance somehow, he would not have been young when she met him. He would have been... And I don't know if you could modify appearance that much back in the 19th century. I don't know if there was that much you could do to make yourself look young. Yeah, demons can possess other bodies. That's right. I think I'm going to say Von Borchert. Well, maybe not, though. So here's the thing. He was young and charismatic. Holm could have been charismatic, but he's possessed by a demon now, and so maybe he is not anymore. She was young when she met him, and he was young. I'm gonna try Holm, actually.
Sir Gregory?
No, Mortimer, of course. He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
She's a demon. Or possessed by one. I think she was not when we were in the prologue. I think she is now. Yeah. He was charismatic, but she also said she recognized the demonic attributes.
And you refused, of course.
Why, naturally, Louis. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once.
What the frick?
1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
Questioning, isn't she immune to... She's immune to... Oh, she's immune to occultism. If she resists this... This is bad news, I think, for me if she resists. Because if we agreed and then I go back on our agreement, she might stop trusting me at a minimum. She might also become suspicious of me. Yeah. I also think this is why she's not acting like this is a big deal. Because she's not just being, like, tough because of her hand. She lost her friggin' hand. And it's been wrapped in a bandage for the last, like, day and a half. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this isn't normal. I'm gonna do Devil's Thorn one more time. Okay. She's not immune.
You agreed. And that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait. The baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute. One last thing.
I don't know. What happened with Emma? Elizabeth? Did you negotiate?
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
-1? Oh, -1 cost, I think. Yeah.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
You're probably right.
Let's not push her on that one.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that, I shall show you.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
Samuel Ritter du Choix. You wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. Okay.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Okay.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
What? We're here for the baby Jesus? What? Managed to go through Napoleon Bonaparte's room without leaving a trace. Protected one of the Hillsborrow twins. Went to see the crowd outside Lady Hillsborough's room. I could have been a witness to Napoleon Bonaparte's resolution. When would that have been, I wonder? Maybe when I went through... No, well, yeah. It's an alternate path. So maybe when I was in Bonaparte's room, maybe he was in the bedroom or something, and he just didn't notice me going through. Could have spoken with Piaggi about his motivations. Not sure when that would have happened. Could have learned something from Al-Azif. Yeah. Okay. Didn't get a lot on that one, but honestly, with no failures and the alternate paths, I feel like maybe I missed one alternate path, but the other ones, like go through Bonaparte's, but then go through Peru's. Go like listen to the conversations of the people, but then find out Piaggi's motivations. I feel like those might have been opposites. So I think I might have only missed one alternate path. Yeah. I don't know. I was going to say, I feel like we maybe should have read Piaggi's letter after he had initially checked to see if we read it. Maybe that would have unlocked that. But we never had a point where it says, open his letter or don't. Open his letter or don't. Except for in the very first episode. So, I don't know about that. Okay. 3 effort points. I think I said I was going to advance agility, so it's level 2. And Ugh. I don't know. I could get erudition or manipulation to level 2. Or else I could put them into something else. I could do politics or etiquette to level 2. Any of these 3, 4, 5. I have 5 skills I can advance to level 2, or else I can just put them into something else. I did say I can advance occultism, though, didn't I? That won't help with Sarah. She's immune, but I think Mortimer's probably immune to occultism also, actually, I think. But Mortimer and or Holm. But I don't know how often occultism... We are dealing with demons, supposedly, so this could be useful. Do that. Then I'm only 3 away from a level 3. Let's do that, I think. Yeah. Linguistics will be helpful. Do that. Ah, that's fine. Next time I can advance occultism, I guess. And then 1 here. So that's... Okay. We'll do that.